I want to talk about Wafcon match day one results and reaction. I want to share the group standing and what I think about the matches. So let's start with the group standing. So I'm going to be doing that from my laptop. So in Group A, we have Morocco with 3 points leading the group. And we also have Algeria, Senegal, and Kenya. I believe you can see that Morocco is topping the group. Algeria, the same points with Morocco. Then we have Senegal and Kenya. So when we go to the next group, which is Group B, let's see what Group B is. So in Group B, we have Cote d'Ivoire with 3 points and Tanzania with 3 points, while South Africa and Burkina Faso have no points so far, as you can see. So the next is Group C, where we have Zambia topping the group after beating Egypt. Then we have Malawi after beating Nigeria, while Nigeria and Egypt has 0 points. That is for Group C, you can see. So let's go to Group D, which the match that was played yesterday. So Ghana and Cameroon are topping the group, while Mali and Cabo Verde have 0 points each. So now I want to talk about the match day one results. I mean, there was a lot of upsets in this particular match day one. So you can agree with me that Wafcon 2026, started with Algeria versus Senegal, where Algeria trashed Senegal 2-0. In that particular match, it was, something else. So, but then I think that Senegal had a point of penalty at a point in that match. I can't share the clip now, but there was a point where Senegal was supposed to have a penalty, but that penalty was denied. So, I mean, for me, that was a penalty. I don't know what others think about it. Then Morocco, Kenya. Kenya have been away since 2010. Yes, 2010. That's like 16 years ago. The last time Kenya played was 16 years ago, and they are back, but Morocco trashed them 4-0. So that was it. And we have South Africa. That was a big upset. Tanzania, beat South Africa 2-1. And we have Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire beat Burkina Faso 4-1. We have Zambia, which was, the biggest Wafcon win. So I'm sharing the results, Wafcon results. So the biggest Wafcon win was between Zambia and Egypt. Zambia, the Copper Queens, trashed the Cleopatras 6-1, 6-0. Like it was 6-0 complete. There was no, Egypt could not come back from that match. So, and we went on to Malawi versus Nigeria. That one is still penning me till today. No, I'm talking about Wafcon, West African, Women Cup of Nation for Africa. I'm talking about Wafcon. Women African Cup of Nation. Women African Cup of Nation is the biggest, tournament for women in Africa. So, it started on 26th of July and is going to run through the 16th of August. So this WAFCON is a very special edition because it doubles as the World Cup qualifiers. You know that next year, 2027, there's going to be women's, FIFA Women World Cup in Brazil. So this is, women tournament in Africa, and it doubles at the World Cup qualifier. So the people that are going to progress to semi-finals, the 4 people that will progress to semi-final will automatically book their spot in the 2027 women's, FIFA Women's World Cup. So I'm trying to analyze the results and, the way forward in this particular match, especially for countries like Senegal, Kenya, Egypt, Nigeria, Cape Verde, and Mali. These are the nations that have 0 points so far in this game. So I'm going to see how the games are going to come up to see if there is any result that is going to come up from their following games that are upcoming. So yesterday, Ghana, nothing. Yesterday, Ghana played against Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde is a debutant in Wafcon, and Ghana won them by 2-0. Although one of the goals, was an own goal, and Cameroon, won Mali 2-1. So that was the result of the day one. Okay, I will go slower, no problem. While we are here, for those that are joining, don't forget to subscribe, and like this video. So match day one is over, and you can see the standings. And if you know some people win one more game from this match day two that is starting today, you notice that they will automatically qualify for the next stage, because in Wafcon group stage you can only play 3 matches. Each team can only play 3 matches, and after group stage they go straight to the quarter-finals, and after the quarter-finals, there you have the semi-finals, which will determine those that are going to go to the World Cup. Those also that reach the quarterfinals, can also play for a place in intercontinental playoffs, which is a long route, because you may beat your African counterparts, but you don't know the people you are going to meet in the intercontinental, playoffs. So match day two is upcoming, and today we have 2 matches. So I'm going to share those 2 matches that we have, and in fact I'm going to share all the match day two matches that we have today by 6. This is for where I am, it is 4:18 p.m. So by 6 p.m. we have Senegal versus Kenya. Now, Senegal and Kenya have 0-0, like 0 points from their last match, because Algeria won Senegal and Morocco won Kenya. So if they are going to progress, if they are going to progress to have hope for making it to the next round, that means it is a must win for each of these teams. Senegal must win Kenya, Kenya must win Senegal. So who is going to win and who is going to lose? I mean, I don't know. But in this particular match, I think Senegal should have the upper hand. I mean, they have more of, the quality players that should make things happen for them. Then we have Morocco versus Algeria, which these are the group leaders. They are the ones topping the group. So I think it's going to be a tough match for this team. So if I'm going to say, maybe let me predict this game. I think Senegal will win Kenya by 2-0, and Morocco and Algeria may be a draw game. I don't know, but I mean, both of them have what it takes to beat the other team. So the next game we have tomorrow, that is 31st July, we have South Africa versus Cote d'Ivoire. Hi, beachside besties. Hi, good evening or good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're watching me from. So, South Africa versus Cote d'Ivoire. Now, South Africa, this is a must win for South Africa. Cote d'Ivoire already, they are on 3 points because they beat, Burkina Faso, while South Africa was beaten by Tanzania. So this is a must win by South Africa, but Cote d'Ivoire is not an easy team to build. Good morning. Cote d'Ivoire is not an easy team to beat. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough match. So let's move to Egypt versus Malawi. I mean, this one for me, it's a Malawi win. Like Malawi, with what they did to Nigeria, Egypt is not going to survive. Like, they're not going to survive Malawi at all. They aren't gonna survive this. So I believe it's going to be a Malawi win, because the Shawinga sisters, those girls are on fire. Those girls, they are fast. I noticed that what Malawi used to beat Nigeria is long ball. It's just like, I don't know if you watch the Premier League, how when teams come to play against Liverpool, because they know that Liverpool defense is shaky. So they will just launch long balls. Once they launch long balls, the defense starts shaking, and they use their speed to, like, counter the whole thing and score goals. So that was what they used against Nigeria anyway. So we also have Nigeria versus Zambia. Zambia already have 3 points. They are already the group leaders for Group C. And this match is going to be coming up. Group C matches are on 1st of August. So for Zambia, Zambia already have 6 goal difference and 3 points, while Nigeria has -1 goal difference and 0 points. So this particular game is the one I'm most interested in, because Nigeria is my country and we have to win. Like, our going to World Cup depends on how big we beat Zambia. We need to beat Zambia with a very big goal margin. We need to, like, destroy that their goal difference. We need to, like, see, Nigeria need to beat Zambia mercilessly. Last Wafcon, we were able to beat them 5-0. But you see, this particular Wafcon, I don't know how much we are going to beat them, but it is a must. When I say this match is a must win, if it's possible to beat them 7-0, me sef, I'll be very delighted. Like, I'll be very happy, because for Egypt, we are going to beat Egypt in match day 3. But you see, this Zambia, that is the main focus. Like, we need to, like, flog them. We need to, like, flog them like 7-0, so that they will have minus goal difference. Because if not, for us to qualify for World Cup is going to be something else, because we need to get to semi-finals, and from semi-finals we need to now you know get to where we want, because we need to qualify for World Cup. So I don't know how coach Justin Maduka is going to do this, but he needs to get his selection right, because the last Nigerian game, if you watch that game, that is not how Super Falcons play. A lot of players were played out of position, and the selection and starting lineup was zero. Like, for me, it was not it. So I hope that he makes something different in this one. So we also have 2nd August, we have Ghana versus Cameroon. Ghana and Cameroon already have points from this. So try to get points from each other. Then we have Mali versus Cabo Verde. Cabo Verde and Malawi are the two debutant nations for Wafcon 2020, Wafcon 2026. So that is it. So, and apart from this, there are some things that I've noticed about this Wafcon that really needs to be looked into. Number one, poor attendance. I mean, the attendance in 2026 Wafcon is low. Like, when I mean low, come on, it's very low. So women's sports need support. Like, women's sports need big support. And if you are in Morocco, please come out and support women football, because I mean, other continents have grown bigger and higher in women football, but in Africa we are still lagging behind. Then I don't even want to get started on the commentary. I mean, I don't know which kind of commentators they have brought to this WAFCON 2026. Very boring commentary, and all of that. And the fans, the people that, okay, we are complaining that there is low attendance, but then the people that try to make it to the venue, why not? I don't know why they come there. There is no zeal, there's no atmosphere. Like, the whole place is just boring and all. I mean, this is not really good at all. It's not good for the image of African football. It's not good for the women. It's not good. And also the media coverage too. Okay, thank you. So the media coverage too is not, I mean, it's not encouraging, if you ask me. The media coverage is not encouraging. I mean, people are looking for where to watch WAFCON. People are looking for. I mean, when the World Cup was going on, is it because it is men football? There were a lot of people were setting up, media houses were setting up commentaries, they were setting up shows. They were setting up programs to talk about this particular tournament. Now it has gotten to the turn of women to play their football. Everybody is silent. No social media posts, no high. So women deserve better. Women deserve better. We deserve the media coverage. I mean, after the World Cup, if you notice, one of the importance of this kind of tournaments is that it projects the players. After the World Cup, you could see players that are being signed from different clubs. I mean, players were changing clubs because they were upgrading clubs just because of their performance at the World Cup. So this kind of tournament is an opportunity to sell yourself as a player. So if those players are trying to sell themselves out there, but there is no media coverage, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help the image of the federation. It doesn't Africa as a whole, and it doesn't help these people, these ladies are putting in the work, carrying their nations on their shoulders. They deserve all the love, they deserve all the support. So I'm challenging you that is watching this video now to try and talk about Wafcon. If your country is playing, talk about it. If your country is not playing, for the sake of supporting good things, spread the good news about Wafcon to the whole world. Let the world know that Wafcon is happening. Even if you don't understand anything about the tournament, just type Wafcon and that is it. Because Wafcon is Women African Cup of Nations, and it is the biggest football tournament for women in Africa. For this particular edition, it's has been expanded to accommodate 16 teams. And not just that, it has also, this particular edition is also the World Cup qualifier. So it doubles as Wafcon and World Cup qualifier. So if you're watching this video, I want you to drop in the comments which team you are supporting, and which team you think is going to leave the trophy. For me, I'm supporting Nigeria. I mean, we had a bad outing the last time, but I hope that we can make something better and come back stronger, to beat Zambia very well and beat Egypt mercilessly, and qualify for the next stage, which is the here. Thank you for joining this live stream, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't and share this video, because I've already made a lot of videos on Wafcon, explaining Wafcon, what it's all about. I've made some match day reaction videos. I've also made some videos discussing the teams that are participating in Wafcon, and the name of their nicknames, official nicknames, the last time they appeared in Wafcon and all of that. I've also made a video about Nigerians' loss. I mean, Super Falcons of Nigeria are the 10 times champion. They've won 10 out of 13 times this tournament has been played. But unfortunately, in their first match, Malawi, destroyed us. So, but we are coming back better and stronger. And I've also talked about, the commentary, how poor it is. So, these videos are all out there for you to watch, so you can just check any of them out, and let me know what you think about those videos in their respective comment section. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone that needs it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.